How's it going, everyone? This is Dixon of the Ultimate Gamer logging on, and I'm going to be doing some Let's Play of the remastered version of Quake. This time, I'm going to be doing the add-on of Quake 64, which was originally the Nintendo 64 version of Quake. I'm sure there is some differences between this add-on version compared to the original N64 version. I played Doom 64, I play Hexen 64, I played Duke Nukem 64, I played Turok, I played GoldenEye, but the Quake games are the only few that I haven't played on the Nintendo 64. Yes, N64 have both Quake 1 and 2. And speaking of add-ons for the remastered version of Quake, I hope they bring the Saturn port as an add-on for nostalgia purposes. And however, the Nintendo 64 and Sega Saturn were the only two consoles that originally had the first Quake game on. For some reason, they canceled it on the PlayStation 1. But however, PlayStation 2 got the sequel. The Saturn didn't get a sequel because it was pretty much out of business at the time. But Nintendo 64 was the only console that had both Quake 1 and 2 on. Let's get straight to the point here. Now, I'm kind of doing this video in a review and a Let's Play at the same time. And I'm doing it differently this time because for some reason I'm having a little trouble doing it the normal way I usually do it. Let's read the description first. Quake 64, originally released in March of 1998, published by Midway Games. While Doom was ported to many platforms throughout its lifetime, Quake only saw 2 ports due to its much higher system requirements. One of those ports was on a 32-bit console, which was known as the Sega Saturn. And the other one was on the Nintendo 64, which is known as Quake 64, and that's the one we're going to be playing. While both ports featured modified versions of the original levels in order to run on the hardware at the time, Quake 64 featured a few changes that differentiate itself from the original 1996 release. Color lighting, a brand new soundtrack by acclaimed composer Aubrey Hodges, and a 2-player split-screen multiplayer, all unique to this version of the game. The unique nature of Quake 64 has caused it to be looked back on fondly by some players over the years, which is why we are happy to be able to bring it to modern times with the original soundtrack intact. Very happy they did, indeed. Now let's get a move on. I think I'll go on with the medium difficulty here. Okay. I love these filter options. Of course, you can also edit them even for this mode too. I definitely don't. Yeah, I don't think the original version had the crosshair in it, though. I mean, as a default, that at least. I mean, for games like this, when you look up and down, sometimes they're kind of needed. But for ones you can't look up and down, like Doom or Wolfenstein, that's definitely something different. Yeah, it seems like the soundtrack is more likely cross between ambient and pretty much it's an ambient soundtrack, I would say. I'm not sure what to say cross between. Which is pretty awesome to me. Yeah, make a bacon! Even though it's practically a licensing issue for the N64 version for the time that they didn't add the music from Trent Reznor like they did in the original '96 release. However, they did add it to the Sega Saturn port. Ah, chop that guy, you asshole. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did add the Trent Reznor composed soundtrack to the Saturn port. And you can even. And the cool thing about it is you can listen to it on the audio playback on a CD player. But then again, that one port seems to be the weakest port out of all, too. It's definitely dated for today's standards. I do own the physical copy of the Saturn version. That was one of the first games I got into Saturn. I still have it to this day. Even though that might be the inferior port of the bunch, or of the two console ports, should I say? It'll be pretty awesome if they can add the Saturn port on there as well. No point adding the PlayStation 1 port because the PlayStation 1 port doesn't even exist. Never did. Well, the second one that did exist on that regard, but you know, yeah, wearing a biosuit, going through the toxic waste, toxic lava. I like the expiring sound. Ooh, ooh. Roar. Roar. Ah, rah, rah. Go for the time gate. Slip gate. Slip gate. You have to slip down into that gate before you go through it. A joke in there. Nail to the gun! Nail gun's pretty cool. Now that was a weapon that was pretty creative for the time. Pretty much games like Hexen and Quake and Quake 2 on the Nintendo 64 are definitely console ports of the PC versions, except they added some original ideas like local split screen multiplayer. Duke Nukem 64 is still a port, but they actually updated the graphics and added new things to the game because they had to censor the adult content that was in the original PC port. Even though they censored the game, I actually still like the port though too. No, I'm still against censorship at all costs. But when it comes to Doom 64, that one's completely original. They actually added new graphical features, and it's kind of like a sequel to Doom 2. I'm not sure if what you call it a sequel or a interquel or a spin-off. I guess you can call Doom 64 a spin-off. I'm so glad they actually brought that game back after all these years. Special thanks from Nighttime Studios for bringing it back for all platforms, as well as with the remastered job on the remastered version of Quake, with bringing this N64 add-on to this game. Pretty much, I would normally not go through all this walkthrough in this mode, since I prefer going through the good remaster mode by seeing everything. Of course, if you're like playing an add-on, you don't unlock any achievements or anything. But it is really cool that they added the add-on to show you what it's like on the back then on the old console. Well, with the little remastering aspects of it being added for this one. Yeah, and that was the first add-on they had when they released the remaster version, is the Quake 64. Now, right now, I'm changing this display HUD as of now. I think the first option was the main HUD from the original N64 version. So I'm not sure if you can change it in the regular one. However, I do hope Night Dive Studios gets the licensing to release Quake 2. I would rather prefer that one, if they did that, than have RTX take control of that part. Well, they actually don't have control. They just released an RTX remaster for them, and I played a little bit of it, and I didn't care too much about it. So I would rather have Night Dive Studios do the work on that one, plus have the add-ons and that one as well too. Bring the console ports of Quake 2 and etc. Speaking of remasters, they also need to remaster Quake 4. I think that one is an underrated gem. Doom 3 and Quake 4 do deserve the same treatment from me. Yeah, where that one you get to actually become half strong. Uh-huh. Yeah. Between the sword and the axe. Oh, and some bolts too. And the N64 version, of course, is missing some levels. Well, I kind of expected that to be due to its hardware limitations when comparing it to the PC version. The grenade launcher! Fire in the hole, asshole! Yeah, the only way to kill those zombies for good is making them explode. And the only explodable weapons are the grenade launcher or the rocket launcher. Of course, you can also get the quad damage, which makes your weapons more powerful to make anything explode. I mean, any creature explode. For a limited time. Got another nail gun again. Of course, there's a super nail gun. It comes a little later. I forgot those flying straw ghost things are called. All I do is spit out that crap at you. I don't know what it's called. Yeah, I didn't really read what the description of these enemies. Probably should. Yeah, the music is not in. Even though the Nine Inch Nails or Trent Reznor music score is not in the game, they still have the Nine Inch Nails logo on the nails or the nail guns. Yeah, zombies in the lake. I love these old 3D character style models getting exploded. 3D polygon models. Ooh. Double barrel shotgun up the ass. Found a secret area. It's kind of odd how a grenade launcher and a rocket launcher share the same ammo, even though they're actually different ammo types. But whatever. The thing with the only big difference with the rocket launcher is you shoot straight. Push that button. Oh shit, it looks like I'm being about to be squished, or what am I supposed to do? Ah! Oh, never mind. You know, at first glance, I thought I was going to be squished. But I guess that pretty much tricked me there. Oh shit, these two beasts again. Munch! Gloom Keep. Yeah, change to the full menu HUD. Yeah, that way you can see. That way you'll notice if you have everything on it. Yeah, I like to be even with those armored guys with the axes, since they don't use guns. Unless if I'm being outnumbered, that is. Nails coming out from the walls and ceilings, and I got the rocket launcher now. Blow your new asshole. Asshole. Oh. Too bad you can't use a chainsaw yourself in this game, like you can in Doom. Ah, fuck. Got killed by this fiend here. Yeah, I'll just go back to the minimal, or actually turn the HUD off so that way I can see the whole thing. But then again, you don't know how much ammo and shit you have left, or notice your health meter. Just keep it like this for a little bit. Yeah, the super nail gun. Nail to the gun, motherfucker. Holy mother of shit. Come on, motherfucker. Come on. Definitely want to hide behind something when you're shooting his lightning out. You definitely want to have your HUD turned on to see your status. Oh, that motherfucker got me. Good thing I did a quick save here. Because once he starts throwing his light on, if you're not hiding behind something, he's going to automatically drain your health. So you definitely want to make sure you hide behind something when he's throwing his lightning at you. Then when you get a chance, kill him. When he's off guard. Oh, what the fuck? Come on, motherfucker. Ew. Get the hell out of here. Let's get the hell out of here. Oh, I found a secret area. Well, not exactly too secret, but you get a silver key somewhere else. Well, I'm just about to pull out here. This is the Quake 64 add-on for the remastered game. Now, like I said, I haven't played the original N64 version before, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty much the same. It has the same soundtrack as it says. And it's pretty awesome that they added this console port in the add-ons for the remaster port. And the remaster port of Quake is definitely recommended. And this add-on is also for free, as all the other add-ons. Thank you all very much for watching. This is Dixon of the Ultimate Gamer Realm, logging off.